Hi, Tori and Blake. I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of all the stuff I've got so you can see it. There's a sleeping bag and a cooler, a couple coolers. This is the stove I have. It runs on this camp fuel in this big kind of gallon thing of camp fuel. And you pour it into here with this little funnel, and I usually use a frying pan and this pan to boil water if you wanted to do that. I've got a bunch of other utensils over here. The silverware. There's a little Swiss Army knife with a fork and a spoon and a knife and a bottle opener all built in. I've got measuring spoons and measuring cups if you want. I've got the lighter that would light this stove, one of those quick lighters. And then I've got some other utensils like a spatula and a spoon, if you wanted to take those with you. And I've got a grater if you want that. This is another really tiny little stove. It's like a mountain hiker's stove, and it's really small, just holds one pan. But that hooks up to this fuel thing, and you could take that. I could show you how to use both of these stoves. I recommend getting a floppy hat, and I've also got extra sunglasses that are throwaways if you want sunglasses that you don't have to worry about in this water. Coming back around over here, I've got a whole bag of bungee cords of different sizes. We've got aloe, we've got bug repellent. I've also got a smaller thing of bug repellent. I've got two of these tarps in case you want to put things out. If you get wet and you need to dry things or something, you can put those out. This is one of the two sleeping bags I have. It's a down sleeping bag, like I told you. This cooler's pretty cool. It's one of these newer, extra heavy duty ones that have ice last a long time in it. So it'll hold ice supposedly up to like 5 days, but really I think it's only like 2 from my experience. But it locks down super tight. So if you had it locked down with food and you tipped over, it would float. So that might be cool. I've got a couple flashlights here. A little one I bought for work that I haven't used yet, a bigger one. I've got some clothespins if you wanted to put out a clothesline. This is actually a hanging shower. You could fill it up with water and hang it in the sun. It would warm up, and then you could it's actually got a thing to take a shower. It doubles as a gardening watering device, I guess. I've got a couple of these frisbees. This is another simpler cooler. It's just a little like a picnic cooler, and it's nice. The nice thing about this is it doesn't close super tight, so it doesn't keep things cold for all that long, maybe most of the day, but it's super light. And this one is heavy, so that's the difference in the coolers. And then the backpack, it's this big backpack thing. It's big, and it'll hold so much. I mean, you can put pretty much everything I've got here in here. And just as an example to show you how big it is, it's got the whole tent in there. And this is a three-person dome tent that looks like that when it's set up. So it's just the tent, 2 poles, and the rain fly on top. So it's pretty simple to set up, and I can show you how to do that if you want. Okay. I've also got this little belt pack. It's like a refrigerated belt pack. And I've been wearing that around my belt. I put a bottle of water in there and a couple candy bars when I go on hikes. I think that's everything. Tell me what you think.